Good to see you all again. Welcome to Inside Leaders' Minds. Monday lunchtime here in Central European Standard Time. I really hope that you started your week well. If you're in another part of the world, welcome anyway. It's beautiful to have you. Um, First, some greetings from my good friend Alex. He has to move again. Like he's in Bali right now. He has to figure out some administrational stuff. It's very important for him and his family to really feel safe and feel, you know, cared for. So that is really what he has to work out right now. So this is why I am here today. We're going to talk about time management. We have 15 minutes approximately where we are just, dialing into one of the most prominent subjects, let's say, that we in business life as an entrepreneur, as well as any kind of person in our today's society usually struggles with. So time management, why do we struggle so much with it? Like I have gathered a couple of questions that have either come to me or I had myself. And I would love to start with, like for me, the most important question of all, like how do we fail at managing time in the first place? Why do we fail at it? Why is it so hard, so difficult to manage time sometimes, right? There is talks about like time doesn't exist. There's people who say like, you just, throw it all, just go completely random as well. I think that is not so easy when you're trying to manage a family, when you're trying to build a business, when you're trying to be there with other people, and especially when you're trying to hold yourself accountable or be held accountable for what you're doing, right? So responsibility, I believe, plays a huge role when it comes to the topic around time management. So something that I found is, let's take apart the word responsibility, right? It's the ability to respond. So when I'm trying to manage my time, the priorities, everything that is important in my schedule, all the to-dos, all the things, then a very prominent element that comes to mind when we are trying to manage time is how present am I with these subjects? How able am I to respond to new elements? Say, I have, however, managed or got like an entire calendar, like my calendar is full, my schedule is full. There's literally like, I don't know, 5 to 10 minutes in between meetings, in between chores, in between tasks. Maybe I have to grab and get my kids from school. Maybe have to bring something to the post office, whatever it is, right? There's always enough stuff that we have to manage. So if I have like only 5 to 10 minutes in between these different chores, my ability to respond to unpredicted things, say happenings, for instance, I don't know, like my cell phone dies, I forgot to charge it, or somebody bumps into me and my grocery bag is just going all over the floor in the middle of the street. Things like these tends to happen more and more frequent the less present we are. So I believe if we want to manage time, our daily schedules more efficiently and really become the leader of our time, of our day, then we need to assess first how present am I able to be at this very moment. Okay, that leads me to then the next question. Why is it so important to have so many things in your schedule in the first place? So this question is very dear to me because I know my calendar is full to the brim. There is blocks that I really put in there into my calendar where I only have time for myself and my practices, my nourishments, my development. But then other than that, my day is like there's schedule after schedule after schedule, meeting after meeting, and all of it is so important. So I know exactly how that feels. The trickery is that does not yet solve my problem, right? So I know that I have this topic to be handled at some point, managing it. Why do I need so much of it? Why is it so important? And I believe it comes again back to the concept of staying present. When I am able to observe what makes me move that fast, what makes me accept all of these new jobs, what makes me want more to do, more jobs, more work, then I come to a very interesting conclusion because there is a deeper rooted layer of myself, of my who I am, who feels compelled to accept more than I can handle, who feels compelled to say yes instead of no, sometimes feels compelled to need more jobs in order to earn more or be someone more. And so then it becomes interesting when we are trying to manage our time throughout our day, our schedules, and we realize that we actually feel the need to prove that we can handle that. I need it because I need to pay the bills. Why do you have all these bills in the first place? Why have you accepted a life, a standard of your life that costs you so much time, energy, like, appreciation? Sometimes you just wake up in the morning, you don't even want to get out of bed. I don't know how many of you have ever experienced that, but this is a byproduct when we are unable to manage our time efficiently. When we understand what drives us to accept more than we can handle, we learn to understand why we are failing at staying present enough to realize this is too much for me to be handling it in a response-able way, so that I am still able to respond when somebody comes my way, bumps into me or would bump into me, but because I am present enough, I can, avoid that encounter. But because I'm so stressed, because the only thing that I have in mind is the next thing that I have to solve, that I have to get off my table, I'm not present enough. I'm not able to respond enough. So I believe the subject of managing our time efficiently has to start with what we feel we need to have first. So I need this and that standard. I need that and that income. I need this and that image, or I need to solve this and that problem. Why do we need to do that? Is it really necessary, or is it something that we impose on ourselves to prove something? Of course, this goes further down the rabbit hole, but I believe, especially when we want to be a leader of our time, maybe of a team, maybe leading a family efficiently so that the family is safe and healthy, everybody has enough on their table, or we have a big company so that we are really trying to inspire the people working for us, with us, to also be efficient in their time management. I believe we have to first dig a little deeper and understand, why do we need to do so much? Which of these needs are we trying to fulfill? Are we trying to prove something? And be it that I can handle it, or be it that I am worthy of, and so forth, right? As a leader, personal development and also understanding ourselves is essential, because people are following us, and we can only ever manage as much as we understand. So understanding why I need so much on my plate, that I can barely sleep well at night, that I'm only getting, like, I don't know, 5 to 6 hours of sleep at night, that I fail to take care of my health. I am starting to eat crap. I forget to take my morning routines where I'm just meditating and calming my mind, whatever it is that really helps you to stay in your center. The moment you are jeopardizing this and throwing it out of the window for the sake of managing more tasks, we have to ask, why is it so important, right? So this brings me to the last question of today. I really want to keep it brief, so that this is just a really short, inspirational, hopefully, session over lunchtime where you can get some questions which hopefully help you to manage your daily life as a leader more. And the last question is 3 keys to set ourselves up for success when organizing times and priorities. This is not really a question. It is more a situation that I would love to share with you here today. And as I tried to touch on before, I realize in my daily life that less is in fact more. Yes, we all hear that story. Yes. Let me still touch on it, please. Why is less more? Simply because if I take the time to do something right, then the outcome, wherever this will lead to, will be equivalent to the quality that I have invested before. So if I am just barely scratching on all these things, trying to get them all done, the quality, of course, will decrease. Hence, whatever that I produced will also equivalently decrease in quality what it can affect, what it can then be reinvested into. I'm having a meeting with someone, and it's a very important meeting. We're talking about partnership, and there's plenty of money involved. If I'm worn out, if I'm tired, if my mind is somewhere else completely, and my partner either notices it, or I simply, do not like pay attention enough to what he or she is saying, I might miss important details. And then later on, when it's about to finalize the project, I don't even remember these details. If I have even failed to take notes or there was nobody taking notes for me, these important details are gone because I haven't been present enough. So less is absolutely more. If I put, say, a buffer in between my meetings of, say, like half an hour at least, where I am to work off all the details of the prior meeting and prep, really accordingly to the next meeting, and take the time to maybe step outside and take a good breather, that will help me plenty because I will be more present. I will be more here and now, and my ability to respond will be equivalent to that. So, three keys. One of it is that less is in fact way more, so that the quality increases by the amount of time we can in fact invest into one instead of multiple subjects. The second one is the speed. Goes again in the same direction, right? So the need for speed. I need to do this. I need to be efficient. I need to go fast, 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 fast. It goes into the same direction as I said. Reduce it. See if you're still able to speak clearly when you're trying to explain something, and how little words is actually needed to explain something. As an example, right? I'm trying to explain here three keys. How fast am I speaking? How accurately can I explain something in as little words as possible? I made it a game, honestly. When I'm here, when I'm live, when I'm talking to some clients, when I'm trying to speak in any way, I'm trying to practice, right? I'm not perfect. I'm trying to really be on point with what I'm wanting to bring over to the other person, so that there is less and less jitter, white noise in between the lines. That makes me listen more when I'm listening to someone trying to speak that way. And in fact, usually I receive more data that way. Okay, so the second element is then the need for speed and how it affects the quality of what we receive. And the last one is a very simple question. Do you enjoy what you're doing? And how does your joy in what you're doing affects the quality of the outcome of what you're doing? I believe that when we want to be leading, when we want to be efficient at what we do, the question if we really enjoy what we do becomes more and more important. You notice over the past couple of sessions what we talked, it always came down to listening. It came down to being present. It came down to the quality of what I do. It came down also to what I really enjoy doing. So the passion and the presence, the curiosity, they're all one. If as a leader I can lead by example, if I can lead by passionate involvement, where I'm here present, I love my subject, I love my business, I love my family, I love my partners, I love the people around me, I love what I'm doing. That gives me again a very clear feeling of what is important, which then decides ultimately the priority that I have to set. And then I don't need more money. I don't need more jobs. I need the right job. I don't need more time. I need alignment. I don't need approval. I need more of what I am interested in. And then when I notice that I am interested, of course, in many different things, what is it that I'm curious the most? Let's focus there first. And the more I can actually pay attention to that, present enough, curious enough, response able enough, suddenly the outcome is unimaginable. It's incredible what can happen when we really manage our time. In that sense, staying present. In that sense, reducing speed, trying to use less words to bring across more data, more information, leading with example. I really hope that made sense. I tried to keep it as brief. I also want to disclaim that all of this, everything I do is always a practice for myself as well. Everything that I am building, creating, sharing is always a practice for myself as well. I am learning as you are learning, and I really hope that I could share some of the things that are important to me with you today. And I really, really look forward to our next session next Monday. I wish you a beautiful rest of your week. I hope that you started it well and that it goes according to what you love, what you enjoy, and according to your management of time. Have a beautiful rest of your day.